and welcome to our sanctuary and welcome to our hearts this morning. So welcome to our Emancipendence service, or as some people would say, our Jamaica Earth Strong celebrations. So welcome everyone. And I especially want to recognize any past student of St. Catherine High School. Must be feeling extremely proud this morning. Not only have the Prime Minister, the Speaker of the House, but the Olympic 100-meter champion. That's a really fantastic achievement. So welcome everyone. So just join me now in this opening of, and that everyone who participates awaken to a greater awareness of who they are. Perfect God in perfect expression. And I know that this is also true of our island nation, Jamaica, this morning, as we awaken to a greater awareness of who we are. One country under God. Out of many, one, returning to the one. So I give thanks for this service. I give thanks for this experience. I give thanks for our speaker this morning, Reverend Anne Shand, knowing that she brings an encouragement that is divinely inspired, and we too are inspired this morning. So I release these words now to that law that makes it so, and so it is. So we're going to start with our chant this morning, and it's peace and love. I miss the drums. Really miss the drums. But we just have a moment of silence now. Okay, welcome back, everyone. And now we're going to do our declaration of principles. I'm going to ask you to stand as we read our declaration of principles. Declaration of principles. We believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. This one manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation. The manifest universe is the body of God. It is the logical and necessary outcome of the infinite self-knowingness of God. We believe, Spirit, us, and that all people are individualizations of the one Spirit. We believe in the eternality, the immortality, and the continuity of the individual soul, forever and ever expanding. We believe that heaven is within us, and that we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it. We believe the ultimate goal of life to be a complete freedom from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. We believe in the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the innermost God is one God. We believe that God is personal to all who feel this indwelling presence. We believe in the direct revelation of truth through our intuitive and spiritual nature, and that anyone may become a revealer of truth who lives in close contact with the indwelling God. We believe that the universal spirit, which is God, operates through a universal mind, which is a law of God, and that we are surrounded by a creative mind, which receives the direct impress of our thought and acts upon it. We believe in the healing of the sick and the control of conditions through the power of this mind. We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. We believe in our own soul, our own spirit, and our own destiny, for we understand that the life of all is God, and so it is. So we'll now have you may be seated. So we'll now have the lighting of the youth candle. And if she won't come.
Good morning, everyone. I light this candle on behalf of all youths of the world. Let us be holy Christ today. And so it is.
And so it is. So we'll now say the youth blessing. We love you. We appreciate you. We salute the Christ in you. And we see you as shining lights unto your world. God is blessing you now. And so it is. I know for some people's favorite part of the service, our mission song. So now it's time for some reminders. But first, I just want to welcome, just ask if there's anyone here for the first time this morning. I'm just going to ask you to stand. Stand. And our usher. Okay.
Two brothers too.
All right, so welcome. Our usher, just a minute, our usher is coming to you. Okay, and, huh? Okay, yeah. Anyone, I just welcome anyone joining us online for the very first time. So our condolences go out to Sandy, our member Sandy Granville, whose mother, Violet Brown, has moved on to a new spiritual assignment. So please support her and the family with your prayers of love. There will be no wisdom circle this morning, but you can join us on Wednesday, August 7th, for the Labyrinth Walk and come and share this consciousness of peace and quiet. Legal matters. Do you have any questions or friends that may need information? Our legal team is here just for that. They will be on site, that is here at the Temple of Light, on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Also, a very important event is coming up. So save the date for our installation weekend, November 8th to 10th. This year, of course. And it's for an exciting, spiritually uplifting weekend. And more details will be coming forward. Also, you remember that we did the hurricane relief, and Sandy carried to the gleaner all your gifts, and we give thanks. Oh, to RJR, Gleaner Communication. Yeah, all of these companies coming together. So we give thanks again for everyone who donated, right? And we know that your gifts will be appreciated. And your gifts are also appreciated in terms of donation, tithes, and offering. And we thank you for your generosity and for helping us to be a beacon of light in the world. And if you wish to support our ministry financially, kindly visit our donate page at donate.templeoflightcsl.org, which has our banking details. Thank you, as together we support a world that works for all. Prayer support is also available with Reverend Michelle Senegal at prayer.templeoflightcsl.org. And practitioner Carol Charlton is available to pray with you immediately following our Sunday service. For those not in the sanctuary, the number to call is 876-289-0907. Grief support and counseling is also available, so please call 876-927-6145. And now we are going to have our first hymn. So I'm going to ask you to stand. And I guess everyone knows this hymn. I pledge my heart forever.
I pledge my heart forever.
seated. And now it's my great pleasure to present to you this morning our staff minister, Reverend Anshan, who really needs no much introduction. Know that she is a clear and open channel of love and light. Reverend Ann.
Thank you, Vance. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome to our beautiful Temple of Light this morning, a community with a lighthouse consciousness that reveals joy and love, peace, and prosperity to all. Happy Emancipendence to our fellow truth revealers in the sanctuary and to those in cyberspace. I start with a quote this morning from Dr. Ernest Holmes. It says, "You are a child of God, and therefore you should have a very high opinion of yourself. No foolish self-conceit, but a reverent understanding of your wondrous relationship with God," end of quote. This quote is from Basic Ideas of Science of Mind, a book that he authored, which has the principles of the science of mind in it and spirit. It's a companion to our textbook. But think about that. You are a child of God. A high opinion of yourself. That thought, as we celebrate this morning over 100 years of freedom, August 1, 1838, from slavery, and 62 of being an independent country. This month's theme is Unstatus Quo, which means to embrace or open ourselves to infinite possibilities rather than remaining stuck in the tried and proven everyday routine of what to wear, who we will see, what the topics will be, when the music and treatment will happen. The theme suggests that we miss so much of the beauty and growth that happens when we move outside of our normal and step into the beyond. Remember, friends, we are free and independent, and therefore not required to create states of mind or circumstances that may prove to be stumbling blocks or chains. Today's topic is the impact of othering. I quote, "A phenomenon and cognitive process in which individuals and groups are viewed, treated, or perceived as fundamentally different and separate." Friends, separation is a fruit of slavery. And over 100 years ago, that bastion was destroyed by law. Contrary to the meaning of othering, our national motto is "out of many, one people." And from my discussion with my historian, Carol Charlton, up to 1956 in the United States of America, before the then President Dwight D. Eisenhower adopted the motto of "In God We Trust," their motto was "E pluribus unum," the Latin for "out of many, one." So somehow, elementally, we know that we are one. But for varying factors like geography, politics, religion, philosophy, among others, the ideas of separation, othering, has emerged. As it's still not a Jamaican issue yet, I think, but all right, let's go with it, eh? Some seek separation because of fear of the unknown, potential threats of ostracism, bias, and rejection. It seems safe to remain separate for some people. In some schools of thought, though, it is stated that our subconscious mind convinces us that we are superior, better off away from these people. But however, in direct contrast, Dr. Holmes, before he wrote the statement which I read at the beginning, "You are a child of God," asked us in a few sentences before the quote to recall the statement made by Jesus the Christ. in Matthew 23, a part of verse 8. It says, "For one is your master, even Christ, all ye are brethren." End of quote. So when we stop to consider this truth, that God is our Father and all others are our brothers, then there can be no foundation for antagonism or fear towards anyone. For God is not divided against himself. Dr. Holmes stated that, therefore, this thought that God is not divided against himself leaves the way open for loving thought about others and ourselves. Friends, we are from the same origin. We will and should express life differently. This rich diversity makes this montage of life so delightful as we express our God selves so beautifully and lovingly. So yes, we are not running away from topics like racism, homophobia, transphobia, poverty, incarceration, homelessness, mental illness, diversity, politics. They are all part of the human experience. But by the application of principle to the seeming imperfect, we know and understand that the foundation is perfection and wholeness at our core. Your homework is again to listen to Carol Campbell's message from last week. Because within the perfectly imperfect, there can only be expansion and growth. Spiritual communities like ours, here we have the opportunity to experience and express new ways of being. Even change up the Sunday service sometimes. We don't have to do it the way we have always done it. That's true. But secondly, we are here to be inclusive and welcoming to all children of God, barring none. With the application of our core values, which they are out in the front, peace, abundance, integrity, love, and service, we build our community into an experience of belonging and fellowship. We learn from each other, which helps to foster thriving relationships, service, and we set models that nurture our youth, which flows out to bless our neighborhood, and intrinsically, our country must benefit. I repeat these affirmative statements, which we used to use at the beginning of some of our classes. Open my eyes that I may see, my ears that I may hear, my heart that I may love. Teach me all that is necessary for my spiritual growth, and show me what I may bring to this class. And you can change class to experience, to this meeting, or any circumstance. So in looking at the topic, the impact of othering, separation can only bring more separation because it is at the level of effects leading to chaos, insecurity, lack, limitation, loneliness. Dr. Merrick Jones reminded us in a session that the biggest challenge for most people is that they are more focused on living in the effect rather than being one with cause, which is our origin. One God, one Father of us all. So if every day we change or add some more words to the affirmative statements which I stated before, you must understand that perspectives must change. So I begin again. Open my eyes that I may see as God sees wholeness in everyone. Open my ears that I may hear only what is good, constructive, beautiful, and loving. Open my heart that I may love and appreciate all forms of life, including croaky lizards and mosquitoes. Teach me all that is necessary for growth and unfoldment into that which I came here to be, purposefully and with joy. Show me what I may bring as blessing to my life, my community, and the world today. Friends, we have to set our intentions to live in a manner that is purposeful. driven. So much so that wherever we find ourselves, we must bloom fruits and flowers that bless all. So now what? Community now begins to play a very special part in our interactions and engagements. No status quo, but living in common union with each other. To assist us, we think of the purpose behind Jesus' parable of the Good Samaritans, St. Luke 10:30 to 37 in the Judeo-Christian Bible. I think it's a parable that we are all familiar with. Just to remind you of some little things, a man going down to Jericho, he was beaten on the way, and a Levite, who is a religious man, passed on the other side. The priest, look, passed on the other side. And a Samaritan that everybody, that you'd call othering, stopped, took him up on his donkey, took him to an inn, bathed him, changed him, bound his wounds, and asked the innkeeper to look after him, paid him, and say, if it costs some more when I come back, I'll pay you. That is the story. But the importance of that story is the metaphysical meaning behind it. This metaphysical meaning I gleaned from Charles Fillmore's Metaphysical Bible. And it suggests that the leading characteristics of the Samaritan is that of kind-heartedness, helpfulness, and generosity. These traits, he states, that make religion, and I'm saying spiritual community, a living spiritual uplifting power. Stepping stones for the demonstration of the love of God, which opens the door of the inner kingdom of our consciousness, which results in our oneness with God, which is a living reality in which we abide in and express in everything that we say, do, and think. Friends, this is our natural heritage, life everlasting in the omnipresence of that which created us in his image and likeness. So as we practice, we are sculpted by God in an ever-expanding spiral of conscious awareness. We all grow and benefit from the warmth, support, and encouragement from each other. Another metaphysical meaning of neighbor is our body of thoughts. So as we love and respect each other, that radiating aura of appreciation and fellowship assists us in the refining of our thoughts. So friends, when you refine your thoughts, you die to the thoughts of separation, dissolving phobias and inconsistencies, and awaken to the inly sight of kind-heartedness, tenderness, helpfulness, generosity, and our physical experience and well-being must improve instead of being stripped and beaten by the vicissitudes of life, or feeling robbed by uncontrollable thoughts that leave us without energy, fostering confusion, and additionally, the indifference to the practicing of truth principles, which can only bring lack and limitation. So friends, we rise with the oil of love that anoints us and all who come into contact with us. And the wine of life radiates to uplift and motivate our inner and outer experiences. Our emotional health improves, our mental capacity expands, and spiritually we are a blessing to God and ourselves. So the flip side of living and practicing community is the antidote to the stranglehold of status quo, posturing, and othering. Secondly, we practice integrity, a character trait that inspires confidentiality, sensitivity, and empathy. We are genuine and sincere in our interactions and engagements. Even in the face of vulnerability, we have no fear, only support and encouragement. Thirdly, humility, natural camaraderie is expressed as we work together to learn and live in principle, setting examples for our young people. They trust us, for guidance, not for us to treat them with indifference and dissent, but with sincerity. They too have a voice in the expansion of our community. Hypocrisy and self-centeredness are alien to the behavior patterns in the conversation of a community like ours. So fourthly, another aspect of living in community, we listen without judgment to others in our community. An important quality that respects the agency of others. It is a gift to sincerely listen to the opinions and thoughts of others, looking straight in the eye with interest and support. It is a two-way street. One listens empathetically with heartfelt prayers to be a perfect channel for the intelligence and the wisdom of God, and in such a manner that the recipient senses and know that they matter. You're listening to them and they matter to you. The silence is filled with a sincere love of God. That is a sacred space that allows demonstrations of healing to take place, love and forgiveness to happen. Miracles take place, friends, in spaces such as these. Friends, the delights of living in and being a community radiates oneness and many other characteristics. But one thing is for sure, it is good for us. Do you agree with me? So we can therefore visualize it and expect the growth and expansion of the services we offer to each other and to the world. And here in our community, there is peace, there is love, abundance, integrity, and service. Here, the commonplace becomes the extraordinary. So, for today, you're going to look in each other's eyes, to the person on your left, and then to the person on your right. And you're going to say to them, you are a light. You are a light. You are a light. You're a light, Audie. You're a light, Mrs. Martin. You are a light. You're a light. And together we can say, we are lights unto our worlds. We are lights unto our worlds. I end with a poem. It says, a commonplace we say and we sigh. And yet should we sigh as we say the commonplace sun in the commonplace sky makes lovely the commonplace day. The moon and the stars, they are commonplace things. The flower that blooms and the robin that sings. Yet sad were the world and unhappy our lot if flowers are failed and the sunshine care not. And God, who considers each separate soul from commonplace lives, makes a beautiful whole. End of quote. So friends, what is the call to action today? You're going to learn a new name every Sunday you come to church. So you're going to introduce yourself. I am Sally. And your name, please? Oh, I am Carol. Oh, what section of the church do you normally sit? And you have a conversation. So every Sunday, your homework is to know a new person. Because some of us in here for 9 years and you still don't know the name of the person right beside you, no? So, yes. Friends, we are the temple of light. We are a people with a vision and a mission to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, to love, and to liberate anyone with whom we come into contact, anytime, night or day. Namaste.
Let us give Reverend another round of applause. You know, when she said, teach me what is necessary for my spiritual growth, I remember on Wednesday, somebody said to me, thank Jesus that cartel is free. So I being playing smart but not being clever. replied to the person if she is certain that Jesus and cartel belong in the same sentence. She said to me, isn't cartel God picked me to, who deserve forgiveness? So we grow and we learn. Thank you, Reverend.
Those people having a birthday in August, please. Oh yes, Mrs. Livingston first on the line. Okay. Sharon, it's your birthday. Tilly, it's your birthday. Jeanette, it's your birthday. I'm missing her face. She behind the column. Yeah, Jennifer's birthday. The two Jennifers. Okay. You sure about that? I think it's more than one Jennifer. No, Jennifer Gibbs is not her birthday, but Jennifer is here. All right. Know with me now. You want to sing it first? And you will tell your age if we ask you? Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear loved ones. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. Happy birthday to you. It don't finish in on it. How old are you? When they ask you how old are you, tell them, say, I'm timeless, my dear. Infinite. I'm living in the infinite. So, okay, so we just know for them together. This wonderful new year of their incarnation. A year of joy and beauty, as each one individualized that omnipresence of God. I know for them as they set off this new year with shining eyes of expectations, I know that every desire in every heart has already been granted. I know for them that every avenue, every channel that needs to be opened is now opened, manifesting all their dreams that indeed have come true right now, right here. We celebrate with them the God consciousness that they are. We celebrate who they are wherever they flourish and know that they experience the goodness, the loving kindness that is indeed the presence of God in their lives and affairs. Say they move upwards and onwards in strength and know that their pathway is always founded in pleasantness and peace and prosperity. That is the truth for each and every one that is experiencing a birthday for August. It is God, and it is indeed very, very good. I release my word to law and know that it is so. And so it is. And Ordell has put on a musical item for you all.
I don't know if you recognize all the tunes that he was playing. Okay. Okay, Sandy, what were the songs that he played?
You were here yesterday. You should be. She was here. She didn't yesterday. Somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah. Let us give him another round. Just absolutely brilliant. Before we go into the acknowledgements, I just have an announcement that Zara Saunders has been selected as a member of Jamaica powerlifting team. Yeah, she'll compete on Thursday in the championship games in Arizona. Let's give Zara a big round. Yes, yeah. So we have our own Olympians, so to speak.
She's our attorney on a Saturday.
Yes, and she's one of the attorneys that help out on Saturdays, you know. So that's great, Zara, very great. So I have some acknowledgements. First, Sean and the Floral Angels created our beautiful floral arrangement. And let us give Ardell another big round of applause. And our cantors, you know, our singers. Our usher, our ushers. I only saw Sharon. I don't know which other usher is here to be. And our hospitality ladies, ever faithful hospitality leaders. And of course, I cannot forget the tech team. Of course not. Today it's Lauren and Chevrolet. So please remember to like, if you're online, to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is ever growing. I think we are about 1,500 people now, you know. So they can run ads on our channel and so on. I was get some monetary rewards for these things. So please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So Reverend Ann is now gonna do our bless the love offering. So you can take out your love offerings. And we do the blessing that is found on the envelope.
That's the maestro. Heading on.
That is Curtis.
He's okay, Curtis Watson. We haven't seen him for a while. Hi, maestro. Okay.
I don't think he has heard you, Reverend. See him waving to somebody. Okay.
Please.
So we can just say,
Lovingly I give,
joyfully I receive. Be thou fruitful, increase and multiply. Bless, prosper, and enrich everyone whom you touch, and replenish all of my financial affairs. So be it. Thank you, Father.
And so it is. And our second hymn, lovely, Jamaica, Land of Beauty. Please stand. offerings in the boxes, please.
Oh.
You can give us. Triumphant and free. That is the truth about each and every one of us in this beloved sanctuary. Triumphant to experience and to express only peace, love, beauty, prosperity, and joy. Free to be who we were created to be on this plane of existence as we share our talents with our friends, our families, our neighborhood, our country. We walk tall. We stand supreme, knowing that this country is indeed the jewel of the Caribbean. Oh, we do give thanks for the gifts that have come into our beloved temple. Each person a channel for talent and treasure and consciousness. I know that we each are abundantly blessed in every way, shape, or form. We open our hearts now to the richness and the goodness that is indeed God that is pouring forth in our lives and affairs. I think of the peace that surrounds Sandy and her family. I think of all those who have lost precious ones. I think of Courtney. We just know that that presence and power is still carrying on wherever they find themselves, and they bloom and prosper, as indeed as each one of us today has made our commitment to be triumphant and free in every walk of life. Oh, I do give thanks. Give thanks that all this is so, and so it is. And we'll still stand for the national anthem.
Thank the people them come sing along. Take up your cutlass, your shovel and your hoe. Take up your books, the people let us go. Call out the youth and brother let us show. Sweet Jamaica, we really want to go. If them a dreadlock run, them make them come. If them a screw face, run, them make them come. If them a ball head, run, them make them